Hey, what is going on, everybody? You are back with TheReal PG, bringing you another player prop video for today. It's going to be split between the NBA and the MLB due to the fact that the NBA is only 2 games today. But before we get into the plays, if I could please ask you guys to smash that like button, and if you've not yet gotten subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe. This MLB season again, guys. If you don't know my background, my whole channel started with the MLB. My following became huge with the MLB, and then slowly lingered off as I did less and less with other sports. But now we're back with the MLB, and the channel is going to be coming with more content, daily content again, every day without fail. This is the time of the year to be a part of this. I'd real quickly like to talk about the 3 links in the description section below. First one is to the Discord, guys. If you're not seeing stuff on the YouTube, you will most likely find it in here. My history of looking stuff up, just the way I do my process, I'll post my first looks on YouTube, and then I'll continue on just so that you guys can get these plays earlier in the day, and I'm not giving them out at like 7 o'clock. So getting into the Discord is very important for you to get updates throughout the day, stuff like that. Second link is going to be to the Patreon. There's the base tier, which receives first looks if we do first looks on that day, as well as final looks with a detailed description of what we are playing that day. For example, let's just take a look at if I can find one that is actually straight up first look and straight final. Well, here's basically an MLB one. The write-ups are a little shorter in the MLB than they would be in the NBA, just because we have less to go off of as of right now. But you're going to get a name, a description of why I'm taking the play, stuff like that. So that's what you're going to be getting with the base tier. With the All Access VIP tier, you're going to be getting the same, but you're also going to have access to the top tier chat, which is myself and a bunch of other really fine, sharp people. Great community in here, guys. We all win together. I post a lot of stuff to the top tier that base tier does not get, that YouTube does not get, that the main chat in here does not get, that is specific to this top tier, guys. Also, you get the Patreon cheat sheets. So you'll see these for the sport of choice that we're on for that day, by noon every day with the top tier as well. Most important thing about top tier is you're going to have access to me around the clock, being able to DM me anything, literally, you know, like, hey man, I'm stuck at work for the day, like, I can't, you know, like, bro, I'm at work and Patreon didn't hit my email, can you screenshot the plays? Bang, I send you plays, you know, I get back to you, I do anything I need to do for you if you're a part of my top tier. So for what it's worth, the top tier is going to be the better buy every single time, just based on the ability to learn to fish in the top tier Patreon, where you're more just being fed in the base tier, if that makes sense. Last link is to Thrive Fantasy, my partnering site. Get signed up over at Thrive, guys. If you have not already, I am running some pretty great promotions over there. If you are not already signed up as a new user, you will most likely, the day you sign up, have a free square that you will acquire when you do sign up. There is a free square for new users almost every single day. If you sign up, promo code capital letters PG, make a $25 minimum deposit. You can deposit as much as you like, and they will match 100% up to $250. Not only $100, they will match up to $250 completely. So, but to get the promo, use capital letters PG, deposit $25, and then just make a bet. So what's going to happen, the $25 will instantly double, so you'll have $50 in your account. You bet whatever you want to bet, and then send me an email letting me know you've taken care of those 3 things, using the promo code capital letters PG, making a $25 deposit, and you made a bet. After that, I will send it to Thrive. They verify and let me know, yes, you did take care of those things, and at that point, you will either get a week of free Patreon if you would like, or I will give you $10 back out of my own pocket as a thank you for coming over here, taking the time to sign up with my code. So effectively, you will have $50 in your account, and it will cost you $15. So you will have a bunch of free money and a free square to play with over at Thrive. If you don't like it, you never have to come back. I think you'll love it. They have the highest payouts in the industry, guys, and they also offer their own offshoot of daily fantasy. Come check that out in your own time, guys. With that being said, let's get into the plays. So I've got two for you today that really stick out to me. First one is going to be in the MLB category, and we're going to be looking at Mookie Betts. And taking his total bases is always difficult, whether you're going to be taking total bases, fantasy score, hits, runs, RBIs. It's very difficult to make this decision. In this case, it's a little bit easier. So Mookie is leadoff hitter. He's going to have nobody on base in front of him in the first inning. He's going to have lesser people on base to drive home, given the 7, 8, and 9 holes are up before him. So a lesser chance of them getting on base rather than, the 2, 3, 4 in Freddie, Smith, and Muncy. They most likely have a better chance of getting on base than the 7, 8, 9 of Outman, and whoever else is playing at the end of the lineup. But let's look at, yesterday Mookie homered out the gate first inning against San Francisco. So, again, they're playing San Francisco in San Francisco again today against Alex Wood today. Let's look at his history versus Alex Wood. So, he most recently played them on 8-2 of 22, had 2 hits in this game, one of which was a home run, one was a single. He had 2 RBIs, so he got 5 total bases. Cleared fantasy points by a mile as soon as you hit the home run. Okay? Second game, 2 at-bats, 2 hits. Perfect. One of which was a home run, one was a single. Okay, cleared total bases, cleared fantasy points. Next game, 3 at-bats, he had 2 hits again. One of which was a home run, one of which was a single. So the last 3, he's homered and singled. Had RBIs, obviously, with the home run. He scored runs himself. And then after these first 3, the fourth game back, he only had 1 hit. So it's the first game where he had a single hit. And it was a triple. It was a triple, guys. 3 bases. Okay, next game. 5 games in. Last game as a Dodger. The last game we're going to look at. 2 at-bats. He hit it twice. Perfect again. He had a double and a single. And he was walked. Okay, so he had 3 total bases. Again, clearing total bases and clearing fantasy points. Okay, so every single game, he's cleared fantasy points. Because this one, he had a triple, which I think is worth 8, and he was hit by a pitch. That's 2. So that's 10 right there. These ones he homered, he cleared. This one, 2 hits, one of which was a double, 5 points. A walk, 7. And he had a single, 9. So every single one of these games, he has hit fantasy points, which was bumped from 7.5 last night to 8.5. That is kind of the reason I'm staying off. He's had at least a double or better in every game in the last 5. So that's 2 bases. That seems like it's locked in. Getting those extra, you say he does just hit a double. That's 5 fantasy points. He's going to have to come up with 4 more, meaning he's going to have to get an RBI on that double, or he's going to have to find home twice. And he's not going to find home without getting back on base, So luckily, Mookie has had 2 hits in 4 of these 5 games, guys. So he's gotten on base multiple times. Plus, he's been either hit by the pitch or been walked to get on 3 times in some of these games. So the opportunity is insane. The upside is great for Mookie today. So I'm going to be taking Mookie Betts over 1.5 bases. I do also have him at the fantasy points. I have him literally all over my stuff today. Hundreds of dollars worth of lineups with Mookie Betts between fantasy points and other things. So very, 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 very big case for Mookie today. Second play we're going to be looking at is right here, Dennis Schroeder. I know this might seem a little scary, like why am I playing a second unit guy in the playoffs? Well, let's take a look, guys. Let's take a look at why we're playing Dennis Schroeder and his points plus assist of all things. So let's look first at Dennis and what he has done at home, where he is playing today against Minnesota. So at home, Dennis Schroeder, over the last 10 games, has gone 10 of 10 over his 10.5 points and assist prop. The closest he has even come is 15. So he's had at least 4 points and assist gap between the line and his lowest hit with an upside of 30, guys, okay? He basically has the keys to the second unit turned over to him along with either AD or LeBron on the court. Okay, last time he played Minnesota at home, had 18. Over the last 5, let's just median this, he's had 20. Over the last 10, he's averaged 19. And over the season, he's averaged 15. So everything about this is screaming yes. Let's look at the history for Dennis. And he has most certainly been a menace to Minnesota. 11 points, 6 assists, 17 for a hit. Let me just quickly clue you in. He hit every single game you're seeing on the screen, okay? Every single game he went over. 17, 18, 23, 27, 15, 28, 15, 27, 22, 19, 13, 12. Every single game. And then we're back 3 teams later. And look, still doing it. 29, 12, 28. And finally, in 2015, he missed. So every game from 2016 through current, which is a total of 15 games, Dennis has gone over against Minnesota. Okay? So I don't care if he's running first team, second team. If Dennis sees anything near 25 to 27 minutes, we're golden. You know, 23, got the job done. 34, got the job done. 32, 32, some higher minutes. 25, got the job done. 29, got the job done. 29, 28, 25, got the job done, you know? So if we look at his minutes overall lately just to see where he's been, I have not even checked this yet. So rested him in the LAC game, totally understandable. Outside of that, blowout versus Houston, played 18 minutes only. So really he's got a game with 42, that must have been an overtime game. 21, 34, back-to-back, so he had 34 minutes and then played 21 on the second half of the back-to-back, 37, 29, 24, 30, 25, so he's been in that 25 to 29 range pretty consistently. I think tonight he gets somewhere in that range, and if we do look on props.cash for whatever this is worth, if we look at projections to the line, he is the most under-projected player today. This is why I even searched him to begin with, to find this gold mine. So the line at 10.5, he's projected for 19.63 with a 9 PA differential on the line. So Dennis Schroeder is play number 2 for me over his 10.5 PA. You can add any taco throughout the day that you like. If you like the Butler taco, feel free to add it. If you don't, wait for a different one. Definitely lock this 2-man in, guys. I think this has some of the best odds of cashing of any 2-man that you're going to find today, based on stats and paper alone. Obviously, the human element comes in at some point, but based on history, based on recency, all the boxes are checked, guys. Let's run this one to the moon. Best of luck if you're tailing. Please gamble within your means, though, guys. And until the next one, best of luck and peace.